One of the challenges that we face as an industry, and you know that CoreData is really pro-advice. We've got a lot of evidence about how advice changes the lives of people who use it, and we've got some more work coming out on that soon, which is really stunning as 5 years of data which shows that people have had advice for 5 years and how it changes their life. But the challenge is we think that there is an advice gap in terms of the number of Australians retiring the next decade who need advice is about 1.7 million. Our ability to supply that service is really compressed by the number of people that we have providing advice. What's going to happen? Is advice going to rise in price? Is it going to be devalued in complexity? How are we going to solve that problem as an industry?
Well, I think there's two issues here, Andrew. First of all, our research shows that on average, price increase is 15%, well above the CPI for fees in the last 12 months. So there's already an increase, and I expect you'll probably see some sort of similar increase in the next 12 months as well, because of the supply-demand gap that you've talked about. There are more people wanting and needing advice, particularly with baby boomers like people my age retiring. There is going to be that demand, and therefore the price will actually push up. But one of the benefits of getting private equity into Australia is that at the moment there's nobody with deep pockets to actually fund the growth of businesses. A lot of our major licensees and businesses, whilst they're, some of them are listed, the ability to actually access capital is a problem. And remember, originally people like the banks and AMP, AXA, etc., were the training ground for new advisors. That's where they came from. At the moment, people in the big licensees are training people, but they can't train them at the rate that we need to satisfy that advice gap. So bringing private equity into the process, we think is actually going to help that. And you can see because they invest money on growth and being able to actually do that. The other area there is collaboration. In our research, it actually shows that a number of the super funds are key, and we're talking about industry and community funds like ART and Australian Super and so on, are key to the future of the advice industry. Because as we start to collaborate more and we start to work out that we're actually all on the same side, we've got a job to do, as we start to collaborate more, the super funds also have capital that actually can develop advice businesses as well. And so this whole research is actually pointing to a situation where we'll probably peak from a price perspective, but we've got this catch-up that we've got to do with regard to reducing this supply-demand gap.